Hello and welcome to the Comealive podcast. I'm your host, mehermirchandani. So today's episode is super special because I'm in conversation with Valerie Prasetyo. Thank you, Valerie, for inviting me. I had a great time on the show. We spoke about habits. Habits is something very, very close to me. The topic of habits is important because the habits we create us, and it's never too late to let go of habits that are not serving us and adopt new habits that serve us to be a better version of ourselves. I hope you enjoy the show as much as I enjoyed being on it.
Welcome to another episode of Speak Up, Light Up. If you are an entrepreneur, entrepreneur, or simply a person who wants to live life based on your own terms and conditions, you are investing your time right, especially if you make it a new habit to listen and watch something that adds value to your business growth, personal development, and well-being in general. So today we do talk about the habits that every entrepreneur should develop or think about to develop. Are you ready? Let's go. A couple of weeks ago, I was a speaker at one event where we basically met with the special guest today, and we were talking about the habits. So I was thinking, why not to narrow down this topic for our fellow entrepreneurs? And here we are with the award-winning entrepreneur, author, healer, and coach, the director of Monroe Logistics Fund and managing director of Thelmon Group. She is a maven who balances her various roles with equal ease and persistent hard work, whether it's that of a business leader, decision maker, wife, daughter, or a devoted mother to her twin daughters. And one of the famous statements is, success is something you attract by the person you become. And I believe habits is an essential part of it. So welcome, mehermirchandani. Hi,
Thank
Meher.
you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, besides that, you are multiple award winner. Your business, one of your businesses is Thelmon Group, who also in a lot of operates in so many different industries like kitchen luxury, I believe, logistics, fashion, investments. How do you organize yourself that you're not losing sight of priorities, business priorities, but also you have an opportunity to take a good care about yourself?
So I believe, as you rightly said the quote, that success is something you attract by the person you become. So I prioritize myself as my number one priority. I have my morning rituals, my morning routine, which I start very early in the morning because I want to make sure I'm in charge of myself. I want to make sure I'm in charge of my day, because only then I will be able to take control, or rather lead authentically my team. I have various companies that I head, and I am responsible for them to perform, to be profitable, and to be able to be in business. And for that, I need to be in charge and connected to myself. So my morning routine is extremely important. I start with meditation, I do some exercise, journaling, reading, and then I move out of my house. And then I actually even see my phone, because I first need to connect with myself. I am the most important person to me. My health, my mental well-being is the most important. And I take pride in telling everybody that why it is important. The more connected you are to yourself, the more connected you will be with all your stakeholders in business.
Well, 100%. It's a connection with yourself before, because I know a lot of examples when people take, I don't know, they go to social media and they're already overwhelmed before they even brushed their teeth, I don't know. So yes, this is so true that developing this habit of connecting with yourself is super important. Forbes actually released an article, 10 habits that every entrepreneur should have in order to be successful in business. They are read, sleep, manage money, exercise, protect their personal time, like entrepreneurs should protect their time, set big goals, focus network, create routines, and seek to fail. Do you agree with that? And what would be one habit from this 10 that you could pick up in order to master if you had to become just one?
So I totally agree. These are things we need to take care of. For me, my personal time is very, very important. Like I just mentioned, personal time gives me the courage, the momentum, the basically the connection with myself to be able to lead. I lead with my heart. I believe in conscious leadership. We have values that we honor at work. And if I'm not connected to myself, I will be swayed in each direction. As an entrepreneur, we are always firefighting because there's always issues, problems, situations coming up. So we are firefighting, but I don't want to be in that mode forever. I want to always be proactive. I want to be a proactive leader. So while I know how to firefight, I also want to be proactive from my side and lead by example. I want to be someone that my entire organization looks up to and they aspire to be. I want to be an inspirational leader. And to do that, I have to work on myself first. I have to grow myself first. I have to learn. I have to be on top of my game. So it's a muscle you build, but I want to do that because I know my responsibilities. Even as a parent of twin girls, they look up to you. You know, you're a woman entrepreneur, you're a mother, you're a wife, I'm a daughter-in-law, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, and the various roles that I do. I mean, I am an example that I'm setting for my children. So on all fronts of life, you need to inspire people around you to perform their best. And it can only happen when you are performing your best. Actions speak louder than words. So as long as I walk the path, there are people being inspired, and that's my contribution to them.
That's absolutely true, that it's not about what you are saying, it's about what you are doing, what are your actions. And you can see reflection in kids. Sometimes they tell the same with the same tone as you. They do like actions, like they pretend that they are working, they have calls, or they are, I don't know, recording interviews, whatever it is. So you see this in your kids. That's absolutely true. So what is habit for you? How to develop this, and how these habits can impact an entrepreneur and her success?
So my definition of habits is discipline. Habits are recurring patterns of things we do, and they actually create discipline in us. Number one thing in entrepreneurs should be discipline. At least for me, it's discipline. It's the fact that I get up on time, I come on time, I come 1 hour earlier than my team. So I have a grip on things. I start setting the tone for the day by my morning ritual, and by coming in 60 minutes earlier than my team, I set the tone. I'm ready when they come. I finish my work. And then I'm ready for them, to help them grow, to help them address their needs, any situations that I need to look at. So all of this habit creates a pattern and helps me in my leadership. So habits are extremely important. Any kind of habits, habit of reading, habit of meditation, habit of coming in 1 hour early, and on the journey to my office, which is about 30 minutes, I have a habit of hearing a podcast. So everything that I do grows me to become a better leader. And if we don't have these habits, we will not be disciplined. And as we also spoke on the earlier podcast, that it's very important to also let go of habits that are not serving us. Identify and let go of habits that are not serving us, and also update our habits. What is serving you now? To see what is serving you now in this phase of your life, where you are. So once you do that, you must be disciplined to follow the habits you have created.
Yeah. Well, it definitely requires some sort of commitment, but I think also it starts from the change of mindset and relationships with your own self. I think if you love yourself, if you value yourself, you deserve to have these habits that creates life that you really deserve to live. So yeah, I'm absolutely agree. James Clear illustrated perfectly in his book Atomic Habits that habits are, become part of the system that connects three parts: self-identity, its process, and of course it's the outcome at the end. So as it starts with the self-identity, like going back some years ago, how did you visualize yourself, envision your life, that habits just like, follow? It was something that was like obvious thing to develop and work on.
So I was, in fact, I have a very challenging story, which I write in my book, Come Alive, Don't Just Exist. As soon as I got married, I started my business. The first phase of my life, 15 years of my life, was extremely challenging. I was thrown across and I didn't know what was happening. I was so hurt and I was in pain. I didn't know my purpose. I didn't know why I was here. From the start of my marriage to my business, in fashion, which is mehermirchandani, everything was a challenge. I could not see anything. Nothing was as per my expectations, but I couldn't see the learnings. At that time, I was not aware that these are learnings in my life. And as a result of those challenges, I actually went inward and I actually became very weak. I was conflicted from inside. I was so fragile. I didn't know that I could live a life that I desire. I didn't have any motivation to get up in the morning, get to work and anything. I was really, I felt like a prisoner in my head with no conviction, no reason for conviction. I didn't know why I was convicted, and there was no reason, no release date. And I lived there until I actually became aware. Through a series of incidents and reflections, I became aware that this is not the life I am meant to lead. I also went in my past life. I did a past life regression therapy where I actually learned that I had wasted a lifetime waiting and seeking love of another. And now it is time to actually take charge of my life and live the life I desire through loving myself for who I am. This is when I realized that I am not going to wait for anybody to love me, appreciate me. I am going to be doing that to myself, for myself, because this is an individual journey. It is a journey of love. It is a journey of evolution, and it's a journey of transformation for yourself. And that's what keeps me motivated. I feel intrinsically motivated because I know that we are here for a higher purpose. We are here to serve. And we are here to contribute. And you can only do that when you are helping yourself develop yourself, when you are becoming a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
So once that understanding is there, then you are able to really live passionately, live with love and be so motivated in life. And it's not the motivation of making money, it's just the motivation of life. Life motivates me.
There's a kind of illusion, I believe a lot of people are telling, it's great to change the world. But if you think about this, it's not the world who destroys the nature, starts wars, is doing insane things. It's human beings. So the change actually starts in us. We should change ourselves. And as you said, it starts from remembering who you are. And there are so many tools that will help you to, finally remember, wake up. Okay, as you mentioned, we're here for a bigger purpose, and this is so true. I feel your energy of this kind of commitment to serve your clients, commitment to serve your team, commitment to serve this universe with your amazing spirit. And developing habits, it basically requires willpower, commitments, as well as, persistency.
I agree.
Can you add some honey to make this process a little bit sweet?
Yes, persistency. Like you said, that being persistent, persistency is key. To be able to push yourself to become your best version is what we are here for. We don't have to impress someone else. We don't have to please someone else. We are not here to judge anybody else. We are here to work on ourselves. Persistency, commitment, like you said, that is key. But that will only come when you are connected to yourself and when you are motivated intrinsically, when life motivates you. And that's when you are able to commit to yourself, because otherwise I have so many clients who commit that they will do the morning routine, they will meditate every day, even for 15 minutes, they will exercise and take care of their health, they will journal, they will read, but you know what, again it comes to, I don't know why I cannot do it. There are so many conversations that we come across where they cannot be motivated from the within. And it's very important to be motivated from within, and that starts with loving yourself for who you are, understanding yourself and knowing yourself. Only then the second step will be the commitment and persistence, because otherwise you just again, events, situations will sway you with them. You will not be able to stand for who you are and you are meant to be until you don't know who you are.
Yeah. So basically, to sum up, it's the whole change of perception, how you see it. If you look at developing habits, and there are a lot of tools like journaling, when you're like tick every day when you've done something and you need to put extra efforts to do something, and as an athlete, I know how it is. Sometimes you don't want to go to training, but if you have this like vision and you know what you are like working for, it becomes so, I would not say easy, but fun. So adding fun, thinking, envisioning what is my end result, what do I want to have, and actually enjoy the process. I mean, I know it's easy to say, but really
all about the process.
It took me years to finally start enjoying what I'm doing, even like simple things, even like being here. And I enjoy to get to know different people, connect with them. It's not just transactional way, like we met at the event, but now we do interview. Who knows how we else can like collaborate or do things together? You never know. But the thing is that it's all about feeling alive. So thank you very much for sharing insights today. And at the end, I always ask my guests to envision themselves as creators, as we are creators of our own universe. As Meher creator, what will be your message to the audience and how your voice can light them up?
So my message and my mission is to start with yourself. Start with loving yourself, because the relationship that we have with ourselves determines the quality of every other relationship in life. If you have a fantastic, loving relationship with yourself, you will have a great relationship with wealth, with family, with spouse, with children, with your colleagues, with your stakeholders, with your business, because that's the energy you are creating. So I would request, and my mission is to create the awareness of self-love in fellow humans, because without that, everything will be temporary. It's only when you are on the seat of your soul, loving yourself, loving your journey, that's when your true transformation starts and you gain authentic power to live the life you desire.
Yeah. Beautiful said. So thank you very much. And if you want to connect with Meher, we will leave the link in the description box. And I'm very intrigued about the story you went through, so I would love to read your book, and we will actually also leave the link below. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed this episode and get some insights. Comment, share, subscribe and follow, and I see you next time.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Come Alive podcast. Please leave us a 5-star rating, review, comment, subscribe wherever you're watching it. Would love to know more about your habits. Thank you again. Lots of love. See you soon.